Help me ducks, how are we doing? I was just watching that intro video and thinking, "Oh, I need to film a new version." My spaces don't look anything like that anymore, and I bet it was only a year ago that I did it last, but hey-ho. Um, let's do the hellos and welcome to everybody. I'm so cold. I should have put a jumper on, really. Somebody put in the chat that it's still summer here. It's like 70 degrees. I'm like, feels like winter here. It is so cold. Anyway, we have Forever Whereafter was the first one in. And then the lovely Marilyn. Hello to you both. And we have Midnight Unicorn. Nice to see you. Moran is here. Hello, Moran. I think you might have guessed my drink. The lovely Celia's here. How are you doing? Our Becca's here. Hi, Becca. Nice to see you. And we have Dawn. Hello, Dawn. I hope you've had a good week. Yeah, it's been a full-on week. It's going to be a shorter live tonight. I'll explain why after the hellos, because I get distracted and then I miss people off or the chat jumps. So we've got Calla, nobody here but us chickens. I don't know what that's about. And then we have our Sandra. Hello, Sandra. Nice to see you. Mabel and Louis are fast asleep. Our Pris is here. Just got back from walking the dogs, getting some comfy on the sofa. Oh, and a wee cider. Do you know, last night I had a pint of Guinness. I can't remember the last time I had a pint of Guinness. Maybe 20 years. Yeah, it was a rare treat. We have Calla. Calla's put B, open bracket, close bracket, backslash. Are you all right there? And then you've put LN, and then you've put K backslash. Hey, Calla, have I finally got you as my satanic powers possessed you? Kathy's here. Hello, Kathy. And Deanne, the lovely Deanne. Hello, Deanne. Giselle's here. Hi, Giselle. Nice to see you. Who else? So we've got Lily Rose. Hello, lovely. How are you? And Rachel. Hello, Rachel. And Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Trying not to miss anybody, but at the same time, I'm thinking, I've already said hello to them. Tricia. Hello, Tricia. And Golden. Hello, Golden. Nice to see you. We have ready. Yes, ready. Chris is like, yeah. Star and Flurry, hello. Lel, hello. Elspeth, hello. Nothing so strange. It's a slow day in my shop for once. I'm going to try and watch this live. Hi, everyone. Hello. Don't know where your shop is, but hello and welcome. I don't know if I've seen you here before. Sonique, hello. Driving and listening. Stormy Night. Hello, I've not seen you for a long time. How are you doing? It's nice to see you. And bloody freezing here. It is, isn't it? It's really dropped. The temperature has really dropped. Toadstool, our Robin's here. Speaking of intros, whatever happened to that guy who made your exploding light bulb intro? Joe, the tarot guy, wasn't it? I don't know. I think I think some people, and there's nothing wrong with this, but I think some people come as well to have an online business, and perhaps if it doesn't take off, perhaps they look for other avenues to explore. And again, nothing wrong with that. I do this for fun, you know. I don't. It's just a hobby. It's just an interest. I could monetize, but I choose not to monetize. Um, but some people rely on it, you know, and it's their livelihood. So obviously, you go where things take off. Um, Geesty Ducker, nice to see you again. I know I'm not saying your name right, so forgive me. I did guess your drink. You need to let me know what you think. I know I'm itching to try it. I've waited for the moment to try it. Um, and then we have Rolf. Hello, Rolf. I've not seen you for a while either. Son of Son, another old favourite. Nice to see you. There's lots of older faces appearing. Alexandria Wallace Stewart, long time no see. Wow, it's lovely. Malamia's here. Hello, Malamia. And they call me GC in the UK. Are you Gemma Collins, the GC? What, can I call you Gemma? I might be able to pronounce Gemma. And Ink and Flame, nice to see you. Hello, Simon Satan. How they evil doing? And my, is there something wrong with your keys, Calla? This is quite worrying. I enjoyed my Guinness last night. I think my body just needed it. More is chilling in the fridge. Yeah, it was very impromptu. It's been a very long week, lots of hours, and yesterday was a 13-hour shift. I do youth club on the last Friday of every month. And as I was locking up, I just thought I want to get home and get straight into bed. And then one of my colleagues said to me and another co-worker, do you fancy a quick drink? And we were both like, no. And he went, oh, it's all right. It's just that it's my 40th birthday. I was like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, okay, come on, let's have a quick drink. Well, when there's three of you, that means 3 rounds, doesn't it? But I thought I need something. So I thought, get a pint of Guinness. Can't remember the last time I had one. I remember Joe, yeah. I've always been so pleased you have never monetized, although you have so many followers. I hate adverts. Yeah, and that is one of the reasons, because and I'm not going to mention any names, but I remember a channel that became very, very popular, and they decided to monetize, which again, no problems with. But they started putting adverts in the middle of videos, because I looked at it once a few years ago, just out of curiosity. And obviously, if you have them at the beginning and the end, you get a higher fee. But if you put them in the middle of your videos, you get even more. And I'll just be right in the middle of watching something, and an advert would come on right in the middle of a word, you know, it's not a natural pause or anything. And I just found it so distracting. And I ended up unsubscribing in the end because I just couldn't bear it. And now it wouldn't happen anyway, because I pay YouTube Premium to be able to do all the things I want to do with YouTube. I use it for all my music and everything. And so because I pay for Premium, it removes adverts anyway. But I do feel for those people who have to sit through adverts, and sometimes it would let you skip after, I don't know, 5 seconds, 20. Sometimes it'd make you watch the whole lot. And again, that's on the channel, what they decide, whether some adverts can be skippable or not. And if they're not skippable, then obviously they get more revenue. And I mean, it's great if you are a content creator and it's your online business, then it's fantastic. It's great. you have to put the work in to be able to get the hits and the likes. That's where you often hear people say, please like and subscribe. I don't say please like and subscribe because there's you don't need to like and subscribe. I mean, it helps the channel in terms of pushing you out there, but in terms of monetary values, it just goes to YouTube. It doesn't come to me because I don't monetize. So I never have little pop-up saying like or subscribe or anything like that. Of course, it's wonderful that you like my videos and that sort of thing and watch them because yeah, but my livelihood doesn't depend on it in the same way as it would for content creators who are doing it for a business. Would love new views of your pad, Simon. Yeah, I will have to find some time, maybe during half term before I go away. I'll have some time to do something like that. I remember the poor guy did. I was hoping nobody was going to mention that. I remember the poor guy did a telethon slot and had the worst issues I've ever seen on a TowerTube live. I just felt so sorry for him, and it really did knock him in his confidence. It was awful for him. I've got everyone in my office saying, "Hey up me duck" now. Or to everyone in your office, "Hey up me ducks." Ahoy mateys. Hello Gruen, nice to see you. Michelle's here. Lovely to join you. It's lovely to have you here. Adverts are driving me mental. And then the only way you can avoid them is by becoming a premium member. You're still an influencer without adverts. Thank you. Whatever happened to YouTube automatically adding ads, whether you liked it or not? I thought that was a thing a few years ago. No, not only if you monetize, I think. Otherwise, what would be they might do at the beginning of some videos. So when you go on, you might have to before you watch. I don't know. It's a long time since I've had to deal with that because I've been a premium member for a couple of years now. I have the fleas attention span. The ads fly by. I use ad blocker on laptop, but suffer the ads on my phone. That way I pay for some of the content I watch, but also get a break at the other times. Good you had a Guinness birthday week of the founder, so it is. I never knew that. And I love the way you did that little Irish thing there, Deanne. So it is. I never say like and subscribe either. Never think about it. No, I don't. I didn't realize there was a way to not have ads on a channel. It is not monetized, but there are still ads. Okay. I have had people say there have been adverts in the middle of my videos. Not sure why. They shouldn't. There shouldn't be. They shouldn't be putting adverts in the middle of your videos because you don't monetize. So you've not asked them to do that. Yeah, they're being sneaky if they're doing that. And Becca uses premium. I think premium's really good. I used to have Amazon Amazon Prime, and I was paying £15 a month for unlimited music. And then someone said, well, you know, if you're YouTube premium, it's just £15 a month. And I can come out of YouTube on a live on a video and it will still play in the background. So I can be doing stuff and still hearing it, or go to something else. You know, if you're in a live and somebody mentions something, you can come out of the live, but the live still plays in the background while you look up what they're talking about online. So it's great for that. And obviously no adverts, but it's got exactly the same setup as the Amazon Music, where you create playlists, you download, well, you don't even download, you just move them into your favorites, and you can just play your music on the go, unlimited. And it was for the same price. So now I just have Amazon Prime, which is what, £8 a month. and then put that £15 towards YouTube, and it benefits me and how I use YouTube. Yeah, I always forget about saying like and subscribe. Simon, how do you stop getting trolls? Al Becca is getting a few recently. I'm just, Becca and I have spoken. I've not been around again because of how mad this week's been. I've not been around, but you can't stop getting them. I just think because my channel's been around for so long, I've probably blocked them all. But they come. They will, they just come every so often. I've done well, but my policy with trolls is I do not feed them. So as soon as a troll comment comes up, I've got quite a few mods with their wrenches. If I see it, it's just block straight away. Ain't got time for it. So yeah, but you can't avoid them. And when you are on YouTube, your videos are public. You either put them public or unlisted. If they're unlisted, nobody sees it unless you send a link. If you set them as private, only you see them. So everything's public and anybody can watch you on YouTube. Which I'm surprised, really. I mean, it's good because that's how channels grow. But on Instagram, you can set it so you have to allow people to view your posts. But YouTube don't. It's public or not. Trolls happen and they pick on someone, then stop. I could tell that with Rosie Buttons on Becca's stream was one straight away. Yeah, they do. And, I just think, well, what must their life be like if they just want to do that? I just don't get it. I've never really understood it, but I don't entertain it anyway. Anyway, Cuppa. So I'm itching to try it. I went and picked up the spiced pumpkin pie from Bird and Blend. Now, this was quite expensive, more expensive than what I would normally pay, but their seasonal blends tend to be a little bit more. But look at that. So let me try and tilt the camera a minute. Oh, I poured it on the cube. It is gorgeous. Oh, really lovely. Real pieces of pumpkin. Let me just put the little bits I've tipped over the keyboard. So I'll get to work on Monday and I'll be like, what are all these little tea leaves and things? Anyway, I did it. I don't know how you've done yours, Moran, but I've done mine. I put the lid on it to try and keep it warm. I've done it as a latte. I watched a video of how to. I even frothed my milk. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is gorgeous. That is so nice. Oh, that's it. It is a jar of dirt. I could just sit and guzzle that. It's just the right temperature at the moment, but I know you're supposed to sip it, but I could literally, when you taste something and it's that nice, you just want to glug. So the ingredients on this is Sri Lankan black tea, cinnamon, cloves, ginger, carrot, sprinkles, sugar, potato starch, vanilla pieces, natural flavorings. May contain traces of nuts. And then how to brew. It tells you how to brew, but I haven't done it that way. I've done it with the half steeped and half frothed milk. But it's really, really nice. I wish you could smell. The smell is amazing. Well, Moran knows what it smells like because he got some for last Saturday's live. I had to wait to payday. And it's daft really because I've got a couple of these tins, and if you go back to the shop and take your tin, you get 10% off. But I thought, well, no, it's a nice decorative tin as well, and I'll keep it for next year and refill it next year. Let's have a look at what you're all saying. Hello, Tony. Nice to see you. Question for the chat. Since Simon mentioned Instagram, when you get followed by someone with a private account, do you follow back? Or only if you recognize them, or not at all? I tend to do the second. I don't follow many on Instagram because I do post on there, but not frequently enough. I'm not on there enough to be following people, if that makes sense. I probably only check it 2 times a week, if that. Gypsy, Crystal Gypsy Soul, hello. The tea looks fantastic. It really is nice. I had a troll on Instagram, says Malamia, trolling me for going through an ongoing medical crisis. Yeah, they're just sad. I had a pumpkin spice latte at Starbucks today. Very nice. An expensive jar of dirt. I never follow a private Instagram unless I know who it is. It's good, but I had the impression to drink a non-alcoholic mulled wine more than a spiced pumpkin tea. I'm quite new to tea, so maybe I didn't put enough milk or tea, or both. Yeah, I'm wondering what this will taste like as a regular brewed tea. It says to add milk, but you could drink it without milk, of course. This has got oat milk. But perhaps try it as a latte, Moran. There is a video on YouTube about it, but you see, I have a Brudini. So I put the Brudini on the cup. I put 3 teaspoons of the tea in, and then I fill the Brudini to halfway. And then after 4 minutes, I pour it into the cup or release it into the cup. And then I microwave in a plastic saucepan for 4 minutes, half a cup, and then froth it and then pour it into the tea. Beautiful, beautiful. I don't understand everyone's love of pumpkin spice. I think it's so weird. I think it's synonymous with this time of year, isn't it? So when you taste it, you're tasting your memories of autumn, if that makes sense. It's a bit like whenever I smell cloves, Christmas just comes to mind instantly, or Advocaat. That first taste of Advocaat, Snowball, or Baileys, it's instantly Christmas for me. Sandra's had a pumpkin spice latte today too from Starbucks. Kat, hello Kat, just started watching. I'm having English breakfast tea, very nice. Becca's yet to have a pumpkin spice latte. This is the year. What, for, as in, you've never had one ever? This is the year you're going to have your first one, or you just haven't had one yet this year? Warm greetings from Hastings. Hello, Zohar. Nice to see you. For me, Instagram is all about the images. Originally, it was for photos. That's the name. Yes, I agree. I like my social media sites to do certain things. That's why I would never go live on Instagram. I know some do, but this is my place for going live. I did go live a couple of times in the Hermit's Cave Facebook group. And then I used to stream this into the Hermit's Facebook group, but it was a bit like 2 people in there. Even though it's got over 5,000 members, people just automatically know to come here at this time on a Saturday. So I stopped streaming in there. That and the fact that now it puts a red ring around your profile picture when you're live, which is alerting everybody that's not in the group that you're live, and they can press on your profile picture, which defeats the purpose of a closed group, because there are people in the Hermit's Cave Facebook group that enjoy the safety of being in a closed group, and I never want that to change. So that's another reason why, through StreamYard anyway, I wouldn't go live in the Hermit's Cave. But it has been a couple of years since I've just randomly gone into Hermit's Cave Facebook group and gone live. Oh, who's that? I noticed that a certain handsome fucker is going to live by himself for the first time. Oh no, not live by himself, live by himself. And no, and I'm not going to be back. So I'm away for the day tomorrow. So there will be a vlog coming. I read that as going to live by himself for the first time tomorrow, and I was like, at 7, that's very very precise. I like pumpkin spice in a pumpkin pie, but I'm not a fan of pumpkin spice. I've never had a pumpkin pie. They're not. I don't think they're popular over here, or I don't think I've ever seen a pumpkin pie, but I could be wrong. Yes, Simon, Bailey's is definitely Christmas for me. All I want is water right now, which is weird because it's cool and rainy here. I'm getting over cleaning out my system. Thanks for the nice vids. I'm drinking hibiscus tea. Cheers. Cheers. I've never had hibiscus tea. You need to cancel your plans, Simon. Not sure what we're on about. Yes, I'm new to it too. I'm relatively new. It's comforting. Who swirl of cream on top with a shake of cinnamon. I do find them quite sweet from the pumpkin spice lattes. This is nicer because obviously it's up to you whether you add any sugar or stevia or anything like that to it, but it's not as sweet, but it's still got that lovely taste. Doesn't taste like tea having it as a latte either. If they're handsome, then that leaves you out. Elemental cartomancy. Harsh. From what I've read, it's hard to get the ingredients for pumpkin pie in the UK. That might be why then. Lily Rose is having a hot Ribena. Oh, I've got a sugar-free Ribena brewing in the fridge as we speak. So, yeah, so tonight's live, I was just aiming to be on for about an hour, I think, because we're already halfway through that. Just because I nearly about 2 hours ago didn't go live because I've struggled all afternoon to keep my eyes open. I'm so tired. And I was up at 5 this morning, and like I always am on a Saturday morning, walk my friend's dogs. And then I've had so much to do, you know, when you have things to do at the weekend, you think, I'll do that, shopping and all sorts of bits and bobs. And then I sat down on the settee about 1:45 this afternoon, and instantly I was like, little dribble. And I was just really tired. I've had no lunch because I kind of just too tired. And tomorrow I'm going on a trip, and it's another really early start. And I was like, shall I not go live? And then just have some tea and then go to bed. But I really like coming live. I feel like this is my time to check in with friends and just chat. You know, sometimes we have a theme, sometimes we don't. But I really enjoy it. And I thought, no, if I don't go live, I'll regret not going live. And I was like, well, maybe I'll go live tomorrow night instead. And if I buy things, I could show them or but no, I thought, well, I'll compromise. I'll go live for about an hour and then have something to eat, have a shower, and then go to bed because, yeah, early start tomorrow. Keeping my ego checking. No, I was like, gosh. Not surprised you were tired with 13-hour work days. Yeah, they don't happen very often. It's just timing. Got a couple of open evenings this week and youth club all in 1 week. But it's just been a lot. So been going in early and coming home late, and then you can only do that for so long, can't you? And then and what tends to happen when I do that, and when I put too many plans in at weekends and things, a holiday will come around and I crash and burn. I've done that my whole life. I'll live life in the fast lane, and then a holiday comes and I stop and relax and my body reacts and I end up getting unwell. And I don't want to do that for October half term because I'm going to Glastonbury and I want to be, you know, on form to climb the tour. I've never heard of Ribena, so I looked it up. It's made with black currants. Yeah, so over here, purple sweets, purple drinks, everything is blackcurrant, whereas in the States it's grape. You can buy grape. It's getting more popular now. But when I was in the States, I used to buy loads of grape stuff because it didn't exist here. You couldn't get a grape flavored drink, or if you get like a bag of fruit sweets, the purple ones are always blackcurrant, whereas they're grape in the States. So things like the Skittles and opal fruits. I don't know, I'm showing my age. They're not called opal fruits now, are they? Starbursts and things like that. You need to cozy up and relax, Sam. Well, that's the thing, Dawn, because this afternoon it's so cold today. I've got a plug-in blanket. A friend brought it for me for my birthday last year, so it's a year I've had it. And you plug it in and just pull it over. It's a really thick blanket and it heats up, and you've got different settings for it. And I plugged that in and that was it. I remember that. Lager and Ribena. Yeah, lager and black, we called it, didn't we? I like lager and lime. Very seldom, if I go into a pub and have a pint of lager, do I have it without lime. Normally have lager and lime or lemon top. But yeah. I think Ribena is a British staple. For me, it's the best blackcurrant. I mean, you can get the shop's own brand blackcurrant cordials, or as we call them, squash here. But Ribena, I'm not keen on Vimto. I'll have it if there's no sugar-free Ribena in the store. I'll get a Vimto, but that's not blackcurrant. But it's a dark cordial. It's got lots of different berries and things in it. But Ribena is, for me, the brand for blackcurrant. Glad you're here, Simon. I hope you're getting plenty of rest afterwards. Yeah. I'm just away putting some aloe vera on that burn. Thank you for still growing live today. An hour is still grand. Thank you, Lily Rose. Don't crash and burn, Simon. We have Glastonbury. I know. Crashing and burning in the holidays, the life of someone in education. Elspeth, you hear me? Gosh. And isn't this time of year exhausting? I love it. I wouldn't do, I did, before I moved into education, I worked in retail for 16 years, doing all sorts of shifts and working Christmas Day and all that. But I love education, but it has its. I mean, the build up to Christmas is always lovely in education, but September and July, whew, gosh. Listening on my commute. Hello, it's lovely to have you here, Elle. Um, oh, I love Vimto. Do you? Original flavour Lucozade. Yeah, I can't remember whenever. I can't remember the last time I had original Lucozade. Probably as a kid. But for me, if I drink original Lucozade, I'll think I'm poorly because like I said, I think it was last week or the week before, that was the drink was given when you were poorly. There is a pink bottle of Lucozade, which is a sugar-free one. That's quite nice. Vimto sick, says Lily Rose. What about grape jelly and jam? Do you ever have grape jelly over there? No, don't have grape. So jelly, jam. So jelly for us is the wobbly jelly, which you call Jello. We don't have grape flavour in that. And if we do, I've never come across it. And jam, you might get a grape jam. I've never seen a grape jam in the shops. I'd imagine people could make it, but hello, Owl Lover. Nice to see you. I love Vimto, and hot Vimto when I have a cold in the winter is so nostalgic, says Kathy. I am a teacher and desperate for half term. Yeah. Grape isn't a big thing in the UK. I don't think it's, yeah, no, it's not a big thing at all. Elspeth says, I love teaching, but I find the older I get, I can't ever recharge my battery to full. Yeah. My teens and young adults suffer at the pace of education. This has to be much harder on the faculty and staff. I think there is a misconception out there that, you know, teachers have it easy. Because everybody thinks, oh, think of the holidays, but depends where you teach. Some people, Richie, who from Longmantaro is a teacher, and he gets all the holidays. I don't. I get a certain amount, but I don't teach. I'm in education, but I'm a manager within education. 4 in my team are teachers, but we don't get all the holidays. But there's a lot to do that's expected of you during that time, and all in terms of planning your sessions, your schemes of work, and all that sort of stuff, lesson plans, and everything else that comes with having a pastoral responsibility as well. History of art A level. Oh, that's lovely. Ribena reminds me of the communion wine at church when I was little. Yeah, go-to drink when you're sick, Ribena. And marmalade, Paddington Bear, keep that. I like marmalade, I just don't like the shreds in it. Hello, Tamoya, nice to see you. I've been sent a book. I've been sent a book by Schiffer. So I must have, gosh, and I'm thinking probably beginning of the year, because I haven't. Schiffer will send out twice yearly a catalogue and say, if there's anything from this you'd like to review, let us know. And they've also sent, which I've got now and I've had for 6 months, The Fool's New Journey. So I'm going to get in touch with them on Monday and see if they want it returning, or whether I can do a giveaway and say they're sponsoring it. and I might do a giveaway on that. Let's see what they say. But this is a children's book. I don't know if you've seen it, because as I say, I don't know when it came out, but it's going to be beginning of the year when I said, oh, I won't mind taking a look at that. It's called Boys or Witches 2. And as soon as I saw this title, I was like, yes, yes, they are. Finally. And this is a beautiful book. And then I thought I will read the intro, because it's only a short intro. But what it is, it's the alphabet of A to Z, and it's almost like a poem for each of the letters of the alphabet, which links to witchcraft as a way to teach children. And then, and it's beautiful. Again, it's one of those that has like spot gloss on mat. It says, explore a magical world where the craft of the witch welcomes all. This rhyming ABC book celebrates the beauty both of the goddess and god energies. From A is for apple, and there's a reason why apple is there, to Z is for zodiac. You'll discover the hidden wisdom behind 26 enchantingly illustrated entries as you uncover the mysteries of the craft, perfect for pagan kids and their families. Let Boys or Witches 2 be your guide on a magical journey to discovering witchery's natural wonders. And the illustrations in this book are wonderful. So, opening it up, we've got a little Schiffer bookmark. And then this is the inside design, which is really nice. Got little pentagrams and suns and moons, and it looks like butterflies. And it says Boys or Witches 2. So I'll read you the introduction, and then we can just pick out some of the alphabet and tell you what they stand for and show you some of the illustrations, but they're really lovely. So it says, a cauldron full of thanks to Beth Roth for her indispensable help in jumpstarting this project. So it's the words and drawings are by Ted Enick, and colours are Shiloh Penfeld. I do look for pagan books for my nieces. That would be suitable for them. So it's this is the intro, and it just says, we are all witches. Picture a person practicing witchcraft. You're probably right away thinking of a woman, maybe old and ugly, one hopes not, tossing yucky things into a bubbling cauldron. But the female-only thing is only pretty recent. Early on, witch was actually a verb. It describes something one did, not who one was. And I love it because it is written for a child, you know what I mean, in very easy, laid down information. We now know that the terrible witch trials in Europe and colonial America were, for the most part, the way that important and cruel men, politicians, judges, priests, held on to power. The Bible says Eve ruined everything, so women and girls were automatically trouble. As mothers and family healers, they were more in touch with nature's ways than men, and so were said to believe in something other than the one all-powerful Father God. In the 1960s, women fighting for equal rights created same-sex safe spaces where males wouldn't try and take charge. This naturally led to female-only covens, a group of practicing witches, and many exist today. But from ancient times till now, witchcraft has always welcomed both women and girls and men and boys. Wizard or witch, which is it? We can trace back the word wizard to the 14th century, but language scholars suggest that its meaning may echo even farther back to a term of respect for someone who has lived a long and full life. We still use the word wizened to describe the wrinkled face of the elderly. And as for warlock, best avoid that word altogether. I've never liked that word. A person who snitched on a witch, which led to prison or hanging, that was a warlock. A male witch who leaked the secrets and rituals of a coven, again, a warlock. Hundreds of years ago, warlock was incorrectly used by the church to insult and condemn ordinary male witches. From there, it jumped to RPGs, books, and movies, where it is still used a lot. Has anybody read these Henry Potter books? I love that they put Henry Potter. I will look at the comments in a minute when I finish this, but if you do want to catch my attention, then tag me in it. The role of the goddess and that of God the Father is not the same. Instead of being the sole creator of the universe, the goddess is the universe and all aspects of the natural world. She is the planets, the weather, the elements, plants and animals, and humans. And as such, the goddess possesses a male side as well. The figure of a goddess can allow girls to see themselves and the way their bodies work as pretty magical. But the goddess is also important to boys. Every male who's had a typical upbringing forms a strong connection to his mother and so carries a deep feminine stamp with him for a lifetime. The goddess does not reject men and boys. They are part of her, and as an expecting mother, just as an expecting mother carries her male child. There is also a male or God energy that celebrates masculine qualities that everyone can express. Courage, sharp thinking, heart, and nerve, to name an easy few. We all have these two sides, a doubleness, a bothness. Most major religions have a God the Father in charge. But with witchcraft or Wicca, the goddess and the god are partner equals. Down through the spiraling of time, witchcraft and other pagan beliefs have always embraced this balance. It's all around us, daylight and darkness, fire and water, summer and winter, sun and moon. Most meaningfully, the goddess and the god. Women and men, boys and girls can look to both gods and goddesses for inspiration and guidance, and in doing so, exercise a balanced mutual respect. So that's the intro into the book. I'm just going to have a quick look at some comments and drink my tea before it goes cold, and then we'll pick some random letters of the alphabet. So where did I get up to? Cool book. I can see that. Marmalade and shreds, I think I got up to. That's cute. I was on about jelly and jam, weren't we? And Ribena and stuff. Giselle says, "Oh, Simon, love the art illustration. Cool book." To see if there's any questions or comments. Oh, Cheryl's here. Hi, Cheryl. Lovely to see you. I'll have to get that. My nephew, he'll love that. It can be hard to find balanced books for adults of both sexes in witchcraft, never mind the youth. Agreed. Feeling the love, says Cheryl. I'm throwing things in a cauldron. Yeah, a bubbling cauldron. Warlock makes me think of grumpy old man who wants to take over the world. Yeah, it's not a nice image of a warlock, is it? Even though the fact it's got war in the beginning of it, I don't like. Partly equals love that and how I look at the god and goddess. Exactly. Different sides of the same coin. Old Man for the Dad says witch and warlock were used interchangeably for men using witchcraft in lowland Scotland in the early modern period, but in North Europe, warlock had a historical meaning of oath breaker. Yeah, because they would tell the secrets, as it said there in the book. This is a lovely intro for witchcraft for all children. I agree. And I think in times gone by, the thought of a children's book on anything other than the fairy tale version of witchcraft and witches. So this is a breath of fresh air, but also teaching children that boys can be witches too, because sometimes I feel that some spaces they're not always welcome. And I understand why. I understand the reasons why. So, somebody want to give us a letter from the alphabet and let's see what it says. Agatha, all along, I keep seeing posters for it everywhere, Chris, but I've got to finish Desperate Housewives. I know I'm sad. I'm coming to the end of season 7, and there's only 8, so I've got 1 season left. So another week or so. We've got G from Giselle. G. Oh, it's for Geode. Say, oh G for Geode. You never would guess that this everyday rock held such wonderfulness. And there's your G for Geode. We've got 2 B's. To be or not to be? So B, the silvery things that our circle bell sings, bid us welcome, step in, we're about to begin. So it's a bell for the circle that they're creating. I don't know if I want to watch Agatha because I'm a nerd and I might hate it, although I love Doctor Strange. So Agatha, all along, I'm not sure what it's about, but I keep seeing posters for it, and I do want to watch it, but I like to binge watch a season or series. Campest thing on telly at the moment. Sadly, this book will probably be banned in a few states in the US. We've got R. Let's go for R and OPQRS. R. Witches' familiars are only their pets, and the woods have a raven she eats from my hand. That's your R. Did somebody mention an Edgar Allan Poe t-shirt? Have I just read in the comments, or am I having deja vu? Because the kid is wearing an Edgar Allan Poe t-shirt. And I'm sure somebody's just said something about an Edgar Allan Poe t-shirt. Why? They say double yolks bring good fortune and fate, but your looks never yuck when there's fried googly eyes on your plate. I love it. It's for yolk. Look at the googly eyes. Let me read that again. They say double yolks bring good fortune and fate, but your looks never yuck when there's fried googly eyes on your plate. And he's wearing an egg t-shirt. Witches, Simon, says Giselle. Witches, Simon. Witches. I don't know what that means. F. We've got F. Oh yes, this one, the whales in the. This is bizarre. This one. The forest is crisscrossed with moss-covered trails. I like to imagine a highway of whales. I have no idea. C. So C is this chrysalis holds up an unfolding surprise. Look, a moon moth emerges and flutter bye-byes. Oh, did you hear that? If it's not thunderclaps. I've had the song Down the Witcher's Road stuck in my head for a week now. Agatha is kind of an offshoot of WandaVision. It's basically Marvel witches. I don't know what WandaVision is. Yes, let's not forget that the wonderful witch Maggie Smith has left our mortal realm. That really got to me yesterday. When the news came through on my watch, I was at work and I was like, I said to my colleague, "You'll never guess who's passed away." And I know, we don't live forever, but such a treasure. I've only just over the summer found Downton Abbey and I watched it all and I watched both films, and she passed away at the end of one of the films, but yeah, she was just brilliant. My favorite film with Maggie Smith. I mean, I love The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie. That was a classic. But I love Lady in the Van. I have it on Blu-ray, DVD with Alan Bennett. I just loved that film. She was brilliant in that. She was a British, what we, when we say a proper treasure. She really was. Oh, Agatha is about witches. Oh, I will watch it then. As long as it's, done respectfully. Downton Abbey is so good and Maggie Smith was so funny. Well, someone released, I was just listening to it as I was pottering, getting ready for this live. Someone released all of her best, it's 30 minutes long, her best lines from Downton Abbey. So it'll actually be in my playlist. Not playlist. What is it? What the videos I've watched? Where will that be? Oh, here it is. Yeah, so it's called Tribute to Maggie Smith, Our Favourite Moments from the Dowager Countess of Grantham. Oh, gosh. Touch the screen. That one. Where is the chat? How do I get the chat back? Okay. Was there any more letters, or you must watch her in HP when she calls a castle to guard? Calls the castle to guard. Professor McGonagall. I always remember What's a Weekend. Maggie's lines were the best. In Downton's, her line were, yeah, they were hilarious. They really was. Okay, so I have been on an hour, but do check out this book, and if Christmas is coming, and I just think this is a beautiful gift. I mean, I'm a child anyway. But I just wanted to mention the apple because it refers to P as well. So I'll show you this one at the beginning. And it says, when mum cuts an apple in half, it exposes a secret for witches right under our noses. We know what that secret is. And then when we go to pee, we have, remember that apple? Its center a secret, amazing a star that we know as the pentagram. So yeah, so the book is Boys Are Witches Too. Joan Playwright was the third. Thanks for going live today. You're welcome. I'm going to pull a card from this amazing deck. It's the last walkthrough I did, which I think was on Thursday. This is the Curious Travels. I absolutely love it. If you haven't seen the walkthrough yet, the reaction to it has been brilliant. Lots of people have. I didn't even know this was an indie deck. This is the quality of an indie deck with all its gold embellishment. US Games has knocked it out the park, but it's absolutely, I can't put it down. I love it. One of my favorite decks in a long time. It's just so beautiful. Look at the gold. Just really gorgeous. Oh, the fireworks going off. Did you hear that? I need to put an order in for this deck after seeing your walkthrough. It looks beautiful. It really is. It's gorgeous. So, a card for the week, and then this will go up before I turn in tonight in the Hermit's Cave. For people to show your favourite versions of whatever card is pulled. Should have perhaps gone with that. That's what I'm afraid of, Elspeth. Don't watch the walkthrough if you don't want to buy it, folks. Cheryl says, I knew you would love this deck. Cheryl, you know me well. You really do. I feel a bit sorry for, I was saying in Robin's live earlier, of Tarot of Hearts, because I opened Tarot of Hearts first because it looked amazing, and it is amazing. And then I don't think the title of the deck, Curious Travels, sells it enough, just how beautiful it is. And so I did Tarot of Hearts and was cooing over that. And then the next day I did this, and like, I've not picked up Tarot of Hearts yet because I just love this deck so much. I have to save every penny for Glastonbury, so I can't get it at the moment. Yeah, that's true. All right, what do we need to focus on for the week ahead? Two of Wands. We have the Two of Wands. Look how beautiful it is. Trying to get it to flash in the light. So, if you've been feeling that you've got the world in your hands, then it's time now to have the courage to step forward, and particularly with bracing new ideas. They may have been bubbling for some time. You may feel, yeah, you know, the time's right, but it's just having that impetus to take that step forward. What I would say is grab the bull by the horns this week and go for it. Go for whatever it is that that you've been thinking about, those new ideas that have been brewing. Embrace them. you can see in this image here, she's kind of just sitting on this swing, and not really in a position where she knows she's got the world in her hands. She knows she's got the ideas that are formed. She knows that everything is there and is set up ready. But sometimes you need to have that wider perspective, which we often see in other versions of the Two of Wands as well. So it might require a wider perspective, but this card coming now as a message for us for this week is to, as I say, take the bull by the horns, embrace this opportunity as it comes, and step fearlessly forward, having the courage to take those new ideas and make them into something. All right. Do you know I always do that? I put it back in the pack and then I think afterwards, oh, I need to take a photograph for the and now it's somewhere in here. I'll find it afterwards. I've shoved it because I split the deck and take from the top of the split deck. It'll be somewhere in the middle, won't it? Oh, what was it? Two of Wands. Gosh. I've gone past the middle. Oh, I'll find it. I'll find it afterwards. All right. Thank you for being here. Sorry I've cut it short. I'm going to grab something to eat and have an early night. Look out for the vlog for my trip tomorrow, and have a fantastic week, everybody. Yeah, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.